Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a video that has gone absolutely viral. It promises young men that they can completely reinvent themselves in just 30 days. It's basically a step-by-step guide to becoming unrecognizable before school starts up again. So let's peel back the layers and figure out what this glow-up is really all about. Right out of the gate, the video hits you with an ultimatum, not a suggestion. Stay ugly forever or watch this video. I mean, wow, it's not a friendly tip. It's a direct challenge. It frames everything that's about to come as this urgent, life-saving mission, and that creates a really powerful hook from the very first second. And this is the promise at the heart of it all. A 30-day roadmap for guys between 13 and 21. The whole goal is to make them look so different by the end of summer that they're practically unrecognizable. The video makes a big deal about how each step builds on the last, and it keeps hinting that the final piece of the puzzle, well, that's the most important one. So the whole journey kicks off with step one, the foundation. And it's interesting because it's not about fashion or skincare. Nope. The first step is all about physically changing your facial structure using two main techniques, posture and this thing called mewing. Okay, this is where the advice gets super specific. The video warns that if you just press your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you could actually make your face less symmetrical. So instead, it lays out this very precise 5-step method. The idea is to create a vacuum that just automatically locks your tongue in the perfect spot. Now, it's worth pointing out that while stuff like mewing is huge online, you'll find a lot of debate in the medical world about whether it actually works. And if you thought that was intense, well, it escalates from there to an even more advanced technique, thumb pulling. This is sold as a way to speed everything up, but it's only for people under 25 because apparently their facial bones are still workable. The video tells you to do this exercise 8 times a day for 3 minutes, with the goal of literally widening your face. Okay, so once you've supposedly got your facial bones all sorted out, the plan moves to the surface. Part 2, the regimen, shifts focus from your bone structure to your skin, your diet, and debloating. Basically everything you put on and in your body. Step 2 gives you this really detailed morning routine, and it's a mix of stuff you've probably heard before, drink water, get some sun, do some push-ups, but it's also got this very specific list of skincare products to buy. It's a perfect example of how the video blends general lifestyle advice with some very direct consumer recommendations. Then we get to step 3, which is all about sculpting your face by debloating. And how do you do that? Well, through a pretty extreme diet. It demands you completely cut out carbs, sodium, and all processed foods, and instead go on an animal-based keto diet. On top of that, you're supposed to drink things like coconut water and dandelion tea to help reduce water retention and get that sharp, defined look. And buried inside this diet section is this super specific biohack. The video claims that if you stop using straws and make sure to chew on both sides of your mouth evenly, the buccinator muscles in your cheeks will actually shrink. It's presented as a model secret to getting those really sought-after hollow cheeks. All right, so we've covered the internal stuff, the bones, and the daily regimen. Now it's time for the finishing touches. These next couple of steps are all about refining the look, with a laser focus on symmetry and style. A huge part of this is fixing any asymmetry in your face. And the video offers 2 hacks for this. The first one is pretty straightforward. You shape your eyebrows so they're perfectly balanced. The second one, well, it gets a little weird. It tells you to massage your jaw muscles with a tennis ball for a full 30 minutes every day to loosen them up from uneven chewing. Step 5 is where things get, let's say, scientific about your hair. The advice is to pick a hairstyle based on your FWR, which stands for facial width to height ratio. It's a very simple formula. If your ratio is below a 1.7, you get recommendations for longer hair. If it's over 1.7, you get recommendations for shorter styles. And just like that, we're at the very end of the plan. We've made it to the final, and supposedly the most important step of them all, the one that was promised way back at the beginning to accelerate all of these results by a whopping 300%. So think about it. After all those detailed steps, the mewing, the diet, the massages, the hairstyle formula, what could possibly be the one secret that ties it all together? What's the one thing that's going to supercharge this whole transformation? And here it is, the big reveal. Step 6 isn't another weird exercise or grooming tip. Nope, it's a product. The secret 300% boost is a paid online program that the channel created, and it's called Ascend Academy. And of course, it's on sale for a steep discount. But you guessed it, there's a catch. It's only for the first 500 people who sign up. This is a classic marketing move, right? It uses scarcity and urgency to push people to make a decision and buy right now. So, what's inside this academy? Well, it's pitched as the whole shebang. It promises a huge library of exclusive videos and ebooks, a private chat where you can connect with other like-minded guys, and even a personal face rating. It's the complete package, but only for those who are willing to pay for the real secrets. Okay, so now that we've seen all 6 steps, we can finally look at the whole blueprint and see what's really going on here. It's time to decode this glow-up strategy. So when you lay it all out, what you're looking at is this really clever 6-part strategy. It gives you a ton of free, actionable, and super specific advice on things like posture and diet, but then, right at the end, it pivots hard into a sales pitch. It's a pretty seamless move from self-help content right into an e-commerce product. And that really brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Is this a genuinely helpful guide that offers real self-improvement tips, or is it a very sophisticated sales funnel that's basically built on the insecurities of its young audience? The entire strategy just masterfully blurs that line, leaving you to decide what to take away from it all.